ball loose on the floor. Ezra tries to pick it up. He's got to throw it up in the horn. And it goes! It goes! It goes, baby! A three-pointer! A three-pointer! The Dogs have won it at the horn. And it's Bedlam on the press row.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Georgia Bulldogs basketball content. Today, I mentioned the last video I did with unless any news happens, this is pre-recorded videos. We talked about where Takeas Brown was doing now. We talked about his career, and like I said, there really was not much after his days at Georgia. But today, we're going to talk about, I said we do Rashaad Singleton, so we will do Rashaad Singleton. Rashaad Singleton, number 45, was a center for the Georgia Bulldogs. He was born in Campbellton, Florida. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I am so sorry. It says on Wikipedia he was born in St. Mary's, Georgia, but ESPN says he was in Florida, so I don't know what to believe, so I apologize if he sees this and he just heard he was born in Campbellton, Florida, then he's really like, well, I was born in St. Mary's, Georgia. I've never actually even heard of St. Mary's, Georgia, actually, and I live in Georgia. But anyway, Rashaad Singleton, center, he still is playing? I didn't know that. He is still playing basketball. What? He is still playing basketball. Look at the freaking roster. It's like, wait, he's still playing, right? When was this updated? Yeah, months ago. Yeah, he is. I'm looking at his teammates. I don't even know who these people are. I do know who Brian Jackson is, though. No, I do know that. How about that? I did not even know he is still playing. Like I said, I don't script my videos or do anything. I mean, I'm reacting live. I did not know he was still playing basketball. Alright, so Rashaad Singleton, 7 feet, 257 pounds. He was number 45 for Georgia. His first season with the Dogs was 05-06. And he was just a freshman this year, so he played in games, but he did not play often at all. Against Old Dominion, he had 2 points. Against Fordham, he had 6 points. Against Eastern Kentucky, he had 1. Against Western Kentucky, he had 2. Against Savannah State, he had 7. Against Clemson, he had 8 points. And that's really it. That 8 points against Clemson on December 28th, I have a poster of that game, was his last really, no disrespect, kind of impressive game. I mean, he went 4 points against Vanderbilt and 2 games against Arkansas, then in the season closer. Then this is where I didn't get to know Rashaad Singleton in the 06-07 season. Now, you talk about progress. He made tremendous jump in the 06-07 season. Just like I said in the video I did about Takeas, I'll say to Rashaad Singleton, I was not born for these teams, but with the power of the internet and the Braille archives, I'm able to go back and listen to Scott and Jeff's calls of some of these games. So, I mean, it is absolutely wonderful that I get to do this. The season opening game against Southern, 14 points. Against Western Kentucky, 7. Against Valdosta State, 7. Against South Carolina State, 4. Against Alabama A&M, 6. Against Wake Forest, 2. Against Gardner-Webb, 4. He had 4 points against Gonzaga. He had 7 points against Tech. He had 2 points against Florida. He had 7 each against South Carolina and Vanderbilt. And as I mentioned in the Takeas video, this is where Georgia's season started to change. 78-76, Ronald Steele buzzer beater, but the game before that against Arkansas, they won on a Steve Newman buzzer beater. He had no points in any of these games, but in the loss against Tennessee, he did have 9. He had 2 points against Florida, 4 points against South Carolina, 3 points against Kennesaw State, 9 points in the win versus Auburn. He would score 2 points against Kentucky. He would score 6 against Florida in the SEC tournament. And then that was it. Now, unfortunately, after that, regretfully, he decided to leave Georgia in the 07-08 season, but not before he played a great few games. Against Jacksonville State, he had 16 points. Against Grambling State, he had 1. Against Elon, he had 2. Against Delaware State and Augusta State, he had 2 and 3. Against Presbyterian, he had 3. The Jacksonville State game was the lone double-digit game. Unfortunately, Rashaad decided to leave Georgia after this game, and that really makes me sad. I wish he would have stayed, but he needed to do what he needed to do to succeed. He would go on to play overseas, though, which we'll get to right now. He played for the Utah Heat Devils. He played for ASU. I do not know if that's the college Arizona. No, he played for Ample Science University. They don't even exist no more. They went from 2008 to 2015. He played for Sendai 89ers. He played in the 2011-12. He played for Sendai 89ers. He played for Pateras D. Argentinos in 2012. He played for the Singapore Singers in 2013. He also played for Al Morg in 2013-14. In 2014, he played for Al Wakra. They're down with the Blue Wave. That's kind of cool. In 2015, he played for Giannis D. Carolina, which is in Puerto Rico. He played in 2015. He played for them in 2015. He played for Indioris D. Margrez in 2015. In 2017, he played for TGE, which doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. He played for the Ezra Sports Ducks. I assume they're Ducks because their logo's a duck. In 2020 and 2021. In 2021, till right now, he is playing for ES Rates, which is a Ravik team. They are located in Raiders Tusina. They have 13 championships. Very, very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Now, while I typed in his name, a book came up. A book came up called The Hypocrisy of Democracy, How the American Dream Became the African American Nightmare. So he might have wrote a book, but unfortunately at the author section about the author, Rashaad Singleton, there's literally no information. It's just the books that he may have wrote. So if there's another person named Rashaad Singleton who did not write, who I am not talking about. Oh wait, here we go. We have that is him. Yep, that is. How about that? I found it on his LinkedIn page. That is him. So he also wrote a book. He must wrote multiple books actually. Dang. Hey, let's go ahead and. Man, that is pretty good right there. That is really good. Really, really good. Good job. Good job, Rashaad. Okay, guys. So what I was saying, if we'll get back to Georgia, he unfortunately left the Dogs after the 07-08 season. And from what I understand, he just was not performing the way he wanted to, or the team needed him to. I really wish he could have stayed, but he needed to do what was best for his career, and he did. Now, it says on ESPN he played for a number team after he left Georgia. but I can't confirm that. I don't even know who it is. He played one game. He played for Florida Southeastern, I guess, or something. I really don't know, guys. He said he played in Miami in a game 96 to 60 loss. He got 8 points, so that's still good, especially against number 17 Miami. Now I could try to put a Rashaad Singleton highlight video up, but unfortunately we might not have a lot. But Mr. Rashaad Singleton, we absolutely hope in 2025 you are doing really, really good. We hope you are doing well. You kind of must be, man, if you're an author, if you're a book writer, and you're still playing basketball. Yes, sir, that must mean you're doing really, really good, and we absolutely hope you are. Now, unfortunately, Wikipedia was last edited 2 years ago, so some of that information might be outdated, but, I wouldn't put something up that I didn't believe that was watchable. Is there any news? Is there anything about him? I definitely could put a few pictures of him up, but unfortunately, I will try to find a few. I will try to find a few clips of him shooting the ball at Georgia. So, Rashaad, we hope you're doing good, man. Who will be the next one I do? Who will be the next one I do of this video? Let's look. Let's just go to 06, 07 Georgia basketball roster. Who will be the next one I do? Who will be the next one I do? Okay, for some reason the Wikipedia page does not include the schedule. I mean the roster. I know the schedule. Here's the roster. Who will we do? You guys know I always talk about Takayus, Levi, Sundiata, Mike, Billy, Woodbury. Who are we going to do one next of? We might do Mike. We might do Mike. I think we'll do Mike Mercer next. Yeah, we'll do Mike Mercer next. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will do Mike Mercer next. But to close the video out, Rashaad Singleton, we really hope you're doing good, man. And please, no offense at all of anything I said in this video. I just, as a Georgia fan, it would have been nice to see you play for Georgia, but you had to do what you had to do for your career. So, if you kind of cringed at me saying that, I truly apologize. But we absolutely hope you're doing good in 2025, man. Go Dogs, guys. If there's any news about the schedule, I'll break it on here, but go Dogs. Follow Georgia basketball on X for more information about the scheduling and whatnot. So, go Dogs, guys.